Good morning and welcome to the new episode of Becoming Better Thyself. Human beings take decisions, and these decisions are sometimes good, and many times we regret the decision that we make. And when we regret it, we are impacted psychologically. Why did I do it? What can I do to rectify the mistake? Even ordinary mistakes appear as blunders that have a disastrous effect, which they may or may not have, and want to, and we always want to rectify those mistakes. We want to set right the decision that we took. Can we do it? Should we do it? These are million-dollar questions that have to be faced by us, each human being, at one time or the other. And if we want to rectify the decisions, if we want to set right what we have done, what is the appropriate time? Can it be done with retrospective effect? Some decisions can be rectified. Some decisions cannot be rectified. Let's be very clear. A decision that we have taken has after effects that live long after the decision has been taken, and we may not be able to rectify. But some decisions can be rectified definitely. But the question again is what is the appropriate time to take those decisions or rectify them? We live in a world of opportunities. Hundreds, thousands of opportunities come across us. At every moment in our life, these opportunities need require us to take decisions. And there may be 100 different decisions one needs to take in the lifespan. There can always be a million attractions and areas of interest and unique ways to explore those areas. Often we live under a false assumption that the grass on the other side could have been better. And that's a fruitless way to lead life. If we had done that, if we had not done that, these questions are futile. Not believing in your decision, right or wrong, is a sure recipe for disaster. The secret of success is not just to take correct decisions, but to make your decisions right once they have been arrived upon. This action of setting your decisions right is something which normally is not possible for the ordinary people because they are constrained by the needs of the time and the investment of time and money even. So grass on the other side could have been greener, remains a mirage. So as it is, we go through a lot of anxiety out of the uncertainty of future. There's no point adding to these miseries by calibrating alternate answers for the situation. And especially if those situations are of the past. What if I had done that? What if I had done that? And if we keep on brooding these hypothetical eventualities, conditions would never become better. When you do so, you are basically covered by a sense of helplessness and it will result in increasing your frustration. The idea that you do not have quality control over your life destroys peace of mind, and makes you incapable of taking action. So, why think something which triggers gloomy thoughts? Instead, the appropriate action is to respond to such situations with a calm and confident mind. When we hesitate, when we ponder over what has been done, we fail. There is no need crying over split milk. Yes, if grain has fallen, you can pick it up. If milk has fallen, you can't. But then at the same time, remember, it's absolutely normal for any human being to have made some wrong decision in life. But since the past cannot be undone, it is always the right time to correct the course ahead. So the time is the moment you realize your decision was wrong. You may not be able to go back, but you can change the direction. It's like you're going on a journey and you're taking a wrong turn. Now, it may be one lane, you may not be able to turn back, but at the first diversion, you can go back. The problem is we try to undo the past. Don't try to overdo your past, just plan for the future. So the time is now to rectify and to change the course the moment you realize. Excess indulgence in your past actions will definitely push your mind into complex mesh of unclarity, ambiguity, and hesitation. What is required is be ready to take responsibility for all your decisions, if it even if it amounts to absorbing a loss. For example, somebody gives you the money. When you reach home, you forget about the money. You may not be able to recall where you kept the money. You might feel sad all about it. After all, it's painful to lose money, and especially if it's because of carelessness. You can search in every nook and corner. You may not find it. But what do? Do you keep on moping and thinking? No, that's futile. It was your responsibility, and the best you can do is to be more careful in future. The episode has to be closed there itself. There's a time to make the decision right. There was a dacoity in my house, breaking. We must have lost more than $50,000 worth of the goods. And people came to surprise, what for? What has happened, and for nobody's fault. If I keep on moaning, crying, bitching, that would not help. The only thing I did was sold my apartment and moved to a new house in Innisfail. I'll give it to you a story which will enable you to take a decision. For example, let's take one person, imaginary person. It can be you. Let's call him, shall I say Rob? Okay. Now, this guy was studying engineering in a leading institute. Brilliant student, scored great grades. By the time he reached the final year of the graduation, the stress of finding the right job or the future course of education started surrounding. Now, this guy applied for the campus interviews, got rejected in a few interviews. However, fortune favors the brave, and it was true for the person. By the end of the campus season, he had job offers from three different organizations. But he was under stress. He had a problem of plenty. Which organization should he choose? Which organization should he reject and why? All three offers were from world class companies and had their respective merits, enticing salaries, various perks like joining bonus, ESOP, and whatnot. After a lot of deliberations and mental harassment, he chose one of the companies, refused the other two. A few months down, he started feeling the heat of the pressure. The culture of the company didn't suit him. He was busy working 15 hours a day, extremely tiring. The only day he relaxed was when his salary was credited to his bank account. On other days, he was overoccupied with the thought of confusion. And other people were enjoying life. They were having a whale of time in that organization. They were working. And then he started thinking that it was a wrong decision to join the company. So he started thinking, where did I go wrong? He started auditing the decision of the past, right from the school days. After the 12th standard, he had offers from two different institutions. He remembered his career counselor advised him to go ahead with one of the engineering colleges. And now he realized that he should have gone to a different institute or taken a different course. So joining a different wrong institution, taking up a different wrong course, and then choosing wrong. And he said, I wish I could have done it. But can he do it? He can't. So why think about it? The point is, this is a time for a career change. And the change should be there. When I resigned my private government job, my teaching I left, my government job I left, and I joined the corporate sector as a CEO. And then I left that to set up my own organization of consultancy. My jobs had no connectivity, at least not with what I had studied. So that thinking is a waste of time. So what do you take of this guy's thought process? One cannot deny that the output of our life is a direct proportion of the decisions we take. This guy had spent about 4 years of work in that organization. What should he do? If I were him, I would have said, okay, I've done it. I've spent 4 years, but I've got many years to live. Let me change my course. If he's in a design section, let him go for manufacturing, let him go for marketing. You are not hidebound for one decision. So rectification of a wrong decision is changing the course. And that is to be done the moment you realize it. It cannot be done later on. You cannot go to the past to change it. You have to be in the present. And that is what we forget. We normally forget one thing: the past is dead, the future is yet to be. Time, this moment, is important. So if you have come to realize that your past action was wrong, stop, put a stop to that, change the direction. And if you do it, you you would be a better person because you will be doing something which should come naturally to you. Your authenticity, your honesty of purpose should enable you to take a decision. Quite possible. You might lose some money. You might have to accept a lower salary somewhere else. But so what? You will have a satisfaction of doing something which is important. Let the current situation be your best guide for taking decision. Even if you have failed in some event, build an attitude to find learning out of it. Let everything be a reason for learning and embrace the past with the pride and work for tomorrow with courage. Again, embrace the past with the pride. Don't look at bad. Well, I did that thing. I enjoyed my jobs, whether I was a teacher, and even now my students write to me, and I was one of the guys whom the students at times hated because I was a tough disciplinarian. But now those students write to me that I made the career. I was instrumental in making one state, independent country, a part of India. I was responsible partly for creating a new nation. I was responsible for, as a CEO, for wiping out the loss of 7 years and giving net profit. And that just in 1 year, 4 months. That is possible because I did not mop on the past. So don't mop. Take a decision and learn to cut the Gordian knot. The Gordian knot was a knot made with somebody. And somebody came to Alexander the Great and said, the guy who can untie this knot will rule the world. So everybody was trying to untie the knot. Nobody could do it. What Alexander the Great did, he took out a sword, cut the knot, and said, "Here is untied." So that's what you have got to do. Cut the Gordian knot. And remember, eventually everything will work out for the good of you, provided you are capable of taking action now. This is the moment to take the right decision, to divert and to go ahead rather than sit on mopping, crying, cribbing. That would not help. Do it and you'll be successful. Thank you.